Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Ondiavari Presents, the series where I bring you the creepiest real-life stories and locations from around the world. Before we begin, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss a future episode. If you enjoy this episode, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Now sit back, turn off the lights, and let's begin. This past weekend, me, 24, and my wife, 22, and another couple decided to take a mini road trip and camp in the Smokies. After a 4-hour journey, we decided it would be fun just to park somewhere random in the state park and walk into the woods until we found an ideal spot to set up tents and get a fire going. Everybody was in a great mood. We'd been laughing all day, smoking many marijuanas, and showing each other songs, etc. About 10 minutes after entering the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, we stopped at a little rest area so the girls could use the bathroom one more time. And when they got back to the car, they were talking about a creepy dude by the vending machine. The guy was obviously tripping or on some kind of dissociative drug, and he was kind of just lingering and pacing near the vending machine, grazing it with his fingers. But the girls said he was murmuring, "Much peace now, ain't it?" and laughing quietly. Creepy, but we kept driving. As we're winding through the mountains, every half mile or so, there's a few spots to park on the side of the road, all occupied by hikers and bikers. And as we come around a big bend, there's a big, beautiful mountain lookout, with a lot for people to pull over and take pictures. We decide to just pull up into the grass and leave the car here overnight. Not in anyone's way, and not illegal, so why not? We're standing around the bed of my truck, drinking and smoking, just enjoying the lookout before we head into the woods, and we notice homeboy from the vending machine walking up around the bend. I personally immediately got chills. Us four started freaking out as quietly as possible. How the fuck did he get up here so fast? He had to have gotten a ride or something. Creepy as fuck. He kept walking further along the road and out of sight and mind. We decided to just set the fire pit down to make some s'mores in the lot. And we would either sleep in the car or just drive back home overnight. No woods, no tents. Camping is off the table now that we're all tired and stoned, drunk, and having a good time right here by the truck. The last couple cars trickle out and that initial silence passes over us. Just the crackles of the fire now, and whatever we can hear in the wind rustle. We were all secretly happy that our endeavour had just ended here in this quiet lookout parking lot. And we're just sitting in lawn chairs around the fire. You've seen the movies. All of a sudden, bang, bang, bang. 3 gunshots in the distance. Not too close, but loud enough to make us jump. As the echo faded, we all fell quiet and just stared at each other like idiots. Why would someone be shooting out here like that? The girls started freaking out and decided that we should chill in the truck for a little bit. Me and my buddy tossed the fire and put the pit back in the bed of my truck with the rest of the shit. This is where things get really weird. It's dark. We're all sitting in my truck in the lot with one other empty car. The girls light a blunt in the back seat and we kind of just smoke in silence for 5 minutes or so. Until I hear my buddy ask, "Is that the cops?" As I look around, I notice that the trees around us are filled with flashing red and blue lights. A cop must be above or below us on the mountain somewhere. And just as soon as I finish that thought, a cop blows past us with a whoosh, leaving my truck wobbling back and forth. It was like it came out of fucking nowhere. We were all giggling like children hiding in the dark as 2 more cops sped past the lot with just their lights on. No sirens. 15 minutes later, the girls have another blunt ready. And we just started to light it when my buddy says to hold up because somebody was coming. When he said that, for some reason we all slumped down like we were hiding for our lives. "Shh, be quiet," the girls giggling like crazy in the back. But then at the same moment, everyone shuts up, and you just hear what sounds like clapping growing louder and louder. We peer up over the dash, staying as low as possible, to see the vending machine creep in a psychotic barefoot sprint down the road in front of us. His arms stiff as a board, like he's pushing an invisible shopping cart. His back bent back, just hoofing it barefoot across the pavement, looking upwards. He barely got past us when he just violently turned toward the truck and started to stumble in our direction. It was like he was being directed to us. It was like he could sense our presence there, in the dark. I cut the truck on and he stopped in his tracks and stood there swaying about 30 feet in front of us. He fumbled for his crotchal region and pulled out his dick rapidly and peed on the ground while trying to keep his balance. We couldn't believe it, but also started laughing. He then finished up, proceeded to dab his fingers in the pee and suckle it off his fingertips and laugh hysterically. The last thing I saw was him reaching down for more as we passed him narrowly and made our escape, going back the way we came. Looking back, I think it was a demon person. Any input? While this is creepy, I don't think it was a demon. I think it was just simply a guy high on meth, and they can be even more unpredictable. Thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this presentation. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and remember to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. You can follow me on most social media and even chat with me over at the Outcast Discord server. If you really enjoy what I do, consider supporting me on Patreon from as little as $2 a month. There are rewards, sneak peeks, and other Patreon-only exclusives. There is now official Join the Cult merch available from Teespring, so be sure to check that out too. All links are available in the description below. Thank you again, and remember, it's always scarier when it's real. Good night.